Hi everyone, this is Kalyan Kumar this side and welcome back to Chemistry Universe. This is part 6 of the carboxylic acid series. We are doing chemical properties of carboxylic acids. And in this one, we're going to bring you a set of reactions. We're going to do the soda lime decarboxylation. We're going to do the Hunts-Dicker reaction, which we had done in the preparation of alkyl halides. We're going to do organometallics reaction with them, and we're going to do a reaction called HBZ reaction. So there are a lot of reactions to cover. So let's get the ball rolling. All right. So obviously reaction number 9, because the last one was reaction number 8. First is soda lime decarboxylation. We've already done this in alkanes, if you remember. We had carboxylic acid reacting with NaOH and CaO, and you got RH and you got CO2. So that was the decarboxylation. CO2 goes off and you get an alkane, and we've already discussed this in alkanes. All right, the next one is the Hunts-Dicker reaction. And we have done this reaction also in the preparation of alkyl halides. If you remember, we took silver salt of carboxylic acids and then we treated it with bromine. And if you remember, we got RBr, AgBr, and CO2. So this was also a kind of decarboxylation. The next one is with excess of organometallics. Now we've done this in organometallics where we did the reaction of carboxylic acids with both Grignard's reagent and alkyl lithium. The Grignard's reagent is pretty simple. It will take the acidic H and form methane gas. Nothing more happens. But organolithiums are highly reactive. So one CH3 would take up the H and form the lithium salt and form methane gas. But if you take excess of CH3Li, this one will again attack this weakly electrophilic carbon. Despite the O minus, that makes it less electrophilic. This is highly reactive CH3 minus. The pi bond shifts to O and you get the dilithium salt here. And when you add water, it becomes OH and they will together leave as water and you will get the ketone here. So this is what happens with excess of organometallics. The next one is a very interesting reaction called the Hell-Vollard-Zelensky reaction, very important reaction. In this, what you do is that you take a carboxylic acid that has alpha H. And the moment I talk about alpha H, it seems something like a, maybe some aldol type reaction. No, it's not an aldol type reaction. But essentially what happens is, if you take a carboxylic acid with alpha H, and with the reagent that I'm going to show you, you will get an alpha halo acid. So you have basically a carboxylic acid with alpha H and it treated with phosphorus, red phosphorus and bromine. And then you acidify it and you will get alpha bromo carboxylic acid. So it's a very beautiful way of introducing a halogen on the alpha carbon, and you know how useful these halogens are. They can be very easily substituted for any other functional group. So in this reaction, carboxylic acids with at least one alpha H get halogenated at the alpha carbon. So you have this. We use red phosphorus and bromine. You know that it gives you PBr3. And then hydrolysis, and you'll get this alpha bromo acid. Very important reaction. Mechanism is pretty simple. You use red phosphorus and bromine to get PBr3. Remember, PBr3 cannot be made and kept. Very unstable. And then when it reacts with PBr3, now you know already what the reaction with PCl3 is. It removes the OH and converts that into a halogen. But this is not the product we're looking for, right? We're looking for the bromine here and we want the OH here, whereas this is the bromine here. Don't worry, we're going to get it very soon. This will do tautomerism and it will become this. Remember, it was RCH2COBr. So when it does tautomerism, it will do it with this H. So you'll get a double bond here and this O will become OH, and that's what this compound is. Now what happens is you have one more molecule of bromine coming up. Now obviously the moment you have an enol form, the lone pair comes up, the alpha carbon becomes nucleophilic, attacks bromine, Br minus leaves, and you're going to get this. Removes an H plus, and you get this. And now you do hydrolysis. We know it's an acid derivative. Do hydrolysis. Obviously, nothing will happen to the alpha Br. Only thing is the COBr will become COH. And that would be the HBZ reaction. So we covered in this video the soda-lime decarboxylation, Huns-Digger reaction, organometallics, as well as HBZ reaction. So that ends the video number 6, and I hope this video also helped you. We are making short videos so that you can easily focus on a shorter duration, and maybe ensure that way you're able to learn better. But try and see a couple of videos together so that you can get the connection also sometimes, which gets missed if you take too much of a break between videos. So try to watch these videos as frequently as possible. Make notes. Your notes are the key. That's very important. And if you want to get the PDF of these, it will be posted in chemistryuniverse.com, where you can also find this video as well as the downloadable PDF of whatever slides that I have shown you. So with that, this is Kalyan Kumar signing off. Have a great and wonderful day, and thank you for watching this.